So originally I wasn't going to script this video, but after trying to record it multiple times on camera, I decided that I needed to. I'm not trying to come off as fake or anything, this is just the only way I can convey my thoughts coherently without coming off as a rambling idiot. So as you may know, Chester Bennington, the lead singer of Linkin Park, Dead by Sunrise, and Stone Temple Pilots at one point, committed suicide. And I would be lying if I said I wasn't still sad about it. He was legitimately my favorite vocalist. His voice is just so iconic that nobody I've listened to since discovering Linkin Park back in middle school could compare. And yes, I'm aware that My Chemical Romance is my favorite band, but that doesn't mean Gerard Way has to be my favorite singer. In middle school though, it was all Linkin Park for me. I've been a fan of them for a very long time, probably well over a decade now. Their music has helped me through some tough times in my life and helped introduce me to metal music. Listening to Linkin Park led me to listening to Slipknot, Korn, Disturbed, all those good old nu metal bands. I've loved every single thing they've released up to One More Light, their latest album, and now, listening to that again, I feel I was maybe too harsh in my review/rant video I did after it released. Looking back now, One More Light is just some decent pop music. It's not their best, but it's not wholesale awful, you know? Look at me, even with this script I end up rambling. The thing I liked the most about Linkin Park was their passion and drive to evolve with every album. The best thing about this evolution is that even when the sound changed, it was still identifiable as Linkin Park. Like I said, Chester's voice was iconic and easily recognizable. I remember the first song I ever heard by Linkin Park was Points of Authority off their first record, Hybrid Theory. That record and Meteora definitely defined my middle school experience. I'll spare the details and just leave it as I got bullied a lot, so I got sad and listened to metal. The first song I ever sang in front of a crowd was What I've Done. I did that for my 8th grade talent show and got more applause than I thought I'd ever get. A lot of people came up to me after that and told me that I had some balls to sing in front of people. I'll never forget that moment. It helped curve some of the doubts I had in my head. If you've known me since summer of 2008, you'll know that a majority of my first ever YouTube videos were Linkin Park vocal covers that I recorded on a shitty MP3 player that just so happened to have a microphone. Sadly, the channel is no longer around and hasn't been since 2010 because of copyright violations. The reason I bring the talent show and my old channel up is to verify that Linkin Park have been a major part of my life for a long time. Linkin Park got me into electronic music. I mean, other artists did too, like Deadmau5 and my buddy Ruxton, but Linkin Park's use of electronic elements had me wanting to be in a band that utilized synthesizers and samples. Sadly, that band never came to be, but ever since I started making electronic music, I'd like to think that Linkin Park's influence can be heard throughout my songs. So that's my weird, rambly retrospective? I don't know what to call this video. I just wanted to make a video about one of my favorite bands and my absolute favorite singer. I hope this is interesting in some way or another. I'll miss Chester. He was the voice I didn't have. All of his music has gotten me through some rough patches in my life. The music world will be strange without him. I want to leave it on this though. If you're struggling with depression, anxiety, or anything like that, and begin feeling like the world would be better off without you, you absolutely need to talk with somebody. It can be anybody. A close friend, a family member, a stranger in the library, anyone. If you feel like you have nobody to talk to, you can call the Suicide Prevention Hotline at 1-800-273-8255 or text HELLO to 741-741. The world is not better off without you. It's better with you.